Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all straight like this, and please heed my words. Please listen very carefully because I get asked a question. People always ask me about all these fights. They say BT, they say True School. What fights are you excited about in boxing? What's the fight that really has you excited right now? Now I know we got some big fights coming up. I know we got Better Be at Bivol, which I'm very excited about. Most significant fight of the year. I know we got Fury Usyk. I know we got Jerron Anderson signed with Matchroom, so he'll probably get an announcement soon. There's a lot of things to be excited about in boxing right now, but I'm gonna tell y'all straight like this, and please listen carefully. This is probably outside of Better Be at Bivol, the fight I am most excited about in boxing. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I like fights like this. I just like really good fights. Okay, and I would file this under the label of a really good fight. So save the date. It's going to be a momentous occasion. May the 3rd, the day before Canelo fights Munguia. May the 3rd, on DAZN, Friday. Red Owl Boxing. Shout out to the fine folks at Red Owl Boxing. If you guys don't know what Red Owl Boxing is, Red Owl Boxing is a new promotional company that started in like December on DAZN, and they've had a couple cards showcasing prospects. They got an event center in Houston, and I'm gonna actually be at this fight. I'll be there because it's gonna feature one of South Florida's very own, someone I know very, very well, who I'm happy is getting this opportunity to show what he could do against a former world title challenger. So you're gonna have Edward Vasquez, fighter that fought he fought Raymond Ford tooth and nail. A lot of people thought he beat Raymond Ford. Fought Joe Cordina tooth and nail. A lot of people thought he beat Joe Cordina. He's shown that he's one of the top fighters in the super featherweight division, and he belongs at that world-class level. Edward Vasquez doesn't have the punching power, but he makes up for it with great timing and great conditioning and just being a very well-rounded, solid professional fighter, right? So that's him. He's coming to you guys live and direct from Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth stand-up. But on the other side, and this is probably why, because I have a personal attachment to this person. As far as covering their career in South Florida, you got Daniel Bailey. The fighting pride of Miami, the fighting pride of South Florida, the fighting pride of just where we come from. And Daniel Bailey is an interesting fighter because 13-1. He was a fighter that didn't have the greatest amateur background. Went to the Army for a little bit, boxed in the Army. Then on top of that, when he stepped up in competition a little bit, he fought Jonathan Fierro a couple, 2 years ago. He got knocked out in that fight in 2 rounds. And Fierro's a fighter with a high work rate, and it's crazy, right? Because in boxing, when you lose a fight the way he lost to Jonathan Fierro, people don't want you no more. They don't want to work with you. They don't want to sign you. You basically, for lack of a better term, you ain't shit, and that's kind of how he was looked at in the boxing world, right? So then he had to take a stay busy fight, and then his big win came against on, I think, the first ever Red Owl Boxing show on DAZN, when he fought one of Calvin Ford's fighters, Malik Warren, and he put on a counter-punching clinic. I mean, it was a beautiful counter-punching clinic over the course of 6 rounds, and he took Malik Warren's O, and since then he's had a stay busy fight here in Miami where he got a knockout, and so he's had 3 wins since his knockout loss. But this is a different level. Vasquez is fought on the world championship level against some of the best fighters in the world, like Raymond Ford and like Joe Cordina. So for Vasquez, this is a fight where he's got to win this fight, and he's got to win it handily. Now look, we'll never accuse Ford and we'll never accuse Vasquez of being world-class power punching fighters. These guys are not knockout artists, but they're very well-rounded guys, and they have different ways to skin a cat. They have different ways to win a fight. So I think what this fight's going to be all about, more so than most fights in boxing, it's going to be all about positioning. Positioning and conditioning. How about that? That rhymes. Positioning and conditioning. The positioning, I think, is very important for Raymond Ford. Daniel Bailey, because he is a guy that loves to counterpunch. I think he's at his best when he's counterpunching. Now, he did a great job in the Malik Warren fight of mixing in when he was in a counterpunch, when he was in an operate mid-range. And that was very intriguing for me because, sometimes I've seen him spar sometimes. It looked like he looks too reliant upon counterpunching. But in that fight, I thought he was just right in the middle of mixing things up. He's going to have to do much of the same here against Vasquez. Vasquez wins fights off of work rate and timing. So he's going to have to overwhelm Bailey with volume punching, and I think he's gonna have to time him and be very awkward and disrupt his timing so that he can't counter punch him back. So this has potential to be a very high level fight. I like this fight a lot because Vasquez needs to get back on that world stage. Bailey's coming out a big win. It's a brilliant crossroads fight. So whoever put it together deserves a lot of credit, and I'll be out there to watch the fight and cover it and see who's who, and definitely support my guy Bailey. But I like Vasquez too. Shout out to Vasquez. As far as that fight goes, look, Bailey wins this fight. This is Bailey's ticket to the big fights at 130. Fighting the guys that maybe some of the same guys Vasquez has fought, or just fighting anybody in the top 15. This is the ticket to that. For Vasquez, this is supposed to be a fight where he reminds the world that, hey, not only am I just a good competitor against the elites, but I'm one of the best 130 pounders in the world, and I should have been champion already. So he's gonna have to go in there and try to make an example out of Bailey. So really good fight, man. Really good fight. I don't want to make a prediction because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I am a little biased. I do like Bailey a lot. But I could definitely see a path to victory for both guys. Like I could definitely see Eddie Vasquez outworking Bailey in overwhelming volume punches. But I could also see Daniel Bailey, because Bailey's a guy I feel, these last couple of fights, particularly now that he's went in there on a big show against another good fighter, Malik Warren, undefeated fighter, and he took his O. I feel like that's got to give him some more confidence going into a fight like this. Still a different level. It's definitely a step up in class for Daniel Bailey, but I think he can win because, again, Vasquez is very good. He's very good at a lot of other things, but he don't got that punching power he don't got no punching power like that. So I feel like Bailey's gonna feel very comfortable in there, and for Vasquez, this fight for him will be won and lost on how accurate can he be. Because if he's not accurate, if Bailey starts making him miss, making him pay a couple times early in the rounds, and that confidence starts to build up early, then damn, I could see a scenario where Daniel Bailey counterpunches his way again to victory, and we're looking at a guy that is now a real, true player in the 130 division. So look, we talk about crossroads fights in boxing a lot. I think this is one of the best crossroads fights in boxing that's been made in a long time, just because of where both guys are at in their careers. Vasquez is established. He's shown that he belongs at that level, but he just doesn't have that punching power, and he's missing some attributes that can get him over the hump against the elites, right? But he's shown he's belonging on that level, but he hasn't been able to get over the hump on the scorecards, right? Bailey just got a big win against a guy he wasn't supposed to be, Malik Warren, and looked great doing it, looked sensational doing it. So the question for him is just how good is Bailey? Is he the guy that fought Fierro, or is he close to the guy that fought Warren, or is he even better than that? That ultimately will be up to him to decide against Vasquez. But guys, tune into this fight. May 3rd, I'll be there in Houston. If you're going to be in the Houston area at the fights, I will be there. So if you want to meet me, I'll be at the fights. Let me know what you guys think, man. Who you guys favoring and why? I'm not going to give a prediction because, like I said, I like Bailey a lot, so I don't want to be biased here. But, I think it's anybody's fight to win, and I wish both guys the best. I'm a fan of Vasquez, too. I'm a fan of Vasquez, as I'm a big fan of Bailey. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterfield, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.